the craziness is over and you go back to LA, have you tried to get one of my favorite bass players on, Rudy Sarzo? I know he is shy and does not do a lot of interviews, but he has a Dash Radio interview on Sunday I thought he would like to promote. Okay, so it sounds like he has an internet radio show. Have you interviewed him? I look forward to your show every day, especially now that I can go to work with the quarantine. It's because of you I have SiriusXM. Keep up the great work, Leslie in Austin. Thank you, Leslie. Very kind of you. I would, of course, have Rudy on the show. Rudy's a good friend. Rudy has played in countless bands. Rudy has a tremendous history. Rudy has been on my show countless times, especially we were doing that metal show we had him on. I guess it's probably been a little bit of time since we had him on the radio show, but Rudy is always welcome. I don't know if Rudy, I want to say, I thought somebody told me Rudy may have moved to Vegas, but I could be wrong on that. Maybe he is still in LA. I haven't talked to him in a while. I should reach out to him. Rudy's a great guy. I guess you could say he's a little bit shy, but I never thought of Rudy Sarzo as being so shy. I've done a ton of interviews with him. He's always welcome, Leslie. Great call. I'm happy to have him on anytime, whether it be on the phone or if, when I get to go back to LA. Rudy would be a great one to do in the studio for a whole show from the LA studios, around an LA invasion, or maybe even have him come out to an LA invasion. Man, feels like forever. It's only been a couple months, but it feels like forever since I've been, not even. It's been like a month, 5 weeks since I was in LA. But it feels like forever since I had a chance to get to LA and do our LA invasions and all the great stuff that we do out there, which I'm really, really hoping comes back sooner than later. Kind of get back to some normalcy, All right, let's get one more here. And then we'll get a break and continue. Don't forget, David Ellefson is coming up of Megadeth in the second hour. And also a new charity song that we'll play for you in that hour from David. This email is from Louie. And Louie writes, whoopee, I won the Eddie Trunk mailbag lottery. Thank you for taking my email. Well, that is kind of what it's like because I'm just randomly clicking on things and there's literally thousands of them. So it is kind of like a lottery, Louie. Thank you for writing one. To me, you are the Rona Barrett of rock. I have a suggestion for another top 5 list for you. How about your favorite top 5 rock guitarists of all time? I think it would be a good one. In fact, since I suggested, here I go. Here's my list. Wow. All right. Hey, Louie, maybe you just gave me an idea. Maybe that's our top 5 next week. Louie just put it in my head. Not a bad one at all. You know what? I'm going to just make an executive decision right now. Let me call it right now. Louie, we are going to do top 5 rock guitarists of all time. There's our top 5 for next week. We'll do it on Wednesday. Give you a couple days to send your lists in. Great idea, Louie. Thank you. Louie's in Tuscaloosa, by the way. So Louie sent me his list. You know what? I'll read Louie's list, even though we haven't officially done this yet, just because it'll get the ball rolling, and it was his idea. At number 5, he's got Dave Meniketti, underrated for way too long. Dave is a beast. I agree, Louie. Number 4, John Sykes. He writes, if Thor was a guitar player, it would be Mr. Sykes. He always brings the thunder and lightning. Louie, so far your list could be my list. Number 3, Frank Marino. Frank Marino, Mahogany Rush Live is forever in my top 5 live album list. Frank Marino was on this show a couple months ago promoting a brand new DVD. Frank Marino was supposed to go out and tour. I don't know when his dates were and if any of them were bumped, but Frank came on this show. Booking agent was listening to the show, called me, connected with Frank, and they booked a tour. Not sure if that's been impacted or pushed from the virus yet. If it's in the near future, it probably has been. At number 2, Louis has George Lynch. He writes, not only is he Mr. Scary, but he is also the George Hamilton of hard rock with his perpetual deep, dark tan. Louis, this is too good. And at number 1, Edward Van Halen, and he just wrote The King. As always, keep up the excellent work. Stay safe, Louis. P.S. I'm the lead guitarist for a new band called Social Distancing. We have no gigs lined up because we don't play in front of people.